Welcome everyone to this session. Here we will be solving some of the examples based on real number and their decimal expansion. I am going to solve example 6 of this chapter. Now the question has been given that show that 3.142678 is a rational number. We need to show that this decimal number is a rational number. We know that a number is a rational number if it can be expressed in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. If this condition is fulfilled, then the number is rational number. So let's see whether it can show in terms of p by q or not. It is a decimal number. Obviously we can make it a fraction. So what will be the answer? If I convert it into fraction, write all the number, divide it by 1 and put 6 zeros in the denominator, because there are 6 numbers, 6 digits after the decimal place. So now we have converted the decimal number into fraction and it is of the form p by q. So the number is a rational number. Turn to solve example 7 of the same chapter. The question is, show that 0.3 bar can be expressed as p by q when p and q are integer and q is not equal to 0. It means we need to show that this decimal number is a rational number. And as we do not know what is the exact fractional value of this decimal number, let us take it as x. So I am writing let x equal to 0.333. Now let us consider this as an equation and we'll follow afterwards. So if this is consider this is an equation and multiply 10 at each side. Why am I multiplying 10? You will get to know it after solving this type of examples in a few numbers. So let us multiply 10 in the both side, and this will not change the value of this equation. Then it becomes, if I multiply 10 with the decimal, it becomes 3.333. Then let us break it into two number, addition of two number. Then it becomes like this, 3 plus 0.333. Again there is no change in value in the right hand side. We can do this. Now see, this part, this decimal number is the value of x as we have taken in the first step. So we can replace this number by x. So in this next step, I am replacing that decimal number with x. So it becomes 3 plus x. Now let us rearrange the equation. The terms of the equation, 10x minus x equals to 3. You all have studied solving equation in class 8. This is equal to 3 and x is equal to 3 by 9, that is 1 by 3. So the value of x is 1 by 3 and x is the given decimal number. So the value of that number is found to be 1 by 3 and it is in the form p by q. So 0.3 bar is a rational number. I hope you are clear with it. Note it down. Do not write the question. It is already there in your book and I have solved this solution in a simplified way. In book you may find some complication, but it has been solved very simply, and I have noted down all the steps accurately. So keep a pen and your copy along with you while studying and note it down again. The question of bit 1, number 3 of exercise 1.3 is will be solved in same way as I solved this one. So try it out. The question is, show 0.6 bar is a rational number. So you can do it yourself. Now let us move towards example 9, and here we have given the number that is 0.235235, means 0.235 bar. Bar is over 35 only. 2 is not getting repeated here. Just notice that here 2 is not repeated, only the block 35 is repeated. So how to solve it? In the earlier problem I told that only the number of repeating digits will be taken into consideration for multiplying 10 or 100 or 1000. So here what is the number of digits that are being repeated? That is only 2, 3 and 5. So 2 digits are being repeated. That is why we will multiply only 100 here. First of all, let us consider x equal to 0.23535, and we will multiply 100 in the second step. So 100x becomes 100 into 0.23535. 100x is equal to, if I multiply 100 with this decimal number, it will become 23.53535, and it will go on. Then 100x is equals with, I need to get this number with x. So I will subtract this one or x from this number, and that subtraction will be written as here, and it will be x, like this. Here there will be 0.23535, and just let's subtract this one. So it will be 23.3. So 100x is 23.3 plus x. I hope you are clear with this step. Anyhow, I need to place x here in this place. I will break the number in such a way that I have to put x in this place with a whole number or a decimal number. So let's bring all the x's together in one side. So it became like this, and this will become 99x equal to 23.3. Let us convert it into fraction. Then 99x is 233 by 10. So what will x become? 233 divided by 99 into 10. That implies we will place the decimal number in the place of x, this one. So 0.23 bar over 35 is equal to 233 divided by 990. So it is obviously converted into a rational number. So in the last 3 example, we came to know that any decimal number that is a non-terminating and recurring can be converted into a rational number. And we could did through these 3 examples. So any number, any decimal number that is non-terminating, reoccurring or terminating, both kind of decimal number can be converted into rational numbers. Both types of decimal number are rational number. But if any number is non-terminating, none or not reoccurring, non-reoccurring, then it cannot be converted as a rational number. That will only be an irrational number. So any number as you know that fulfill the criteria of rational number will be a rational number. So I hope you are clear with it. Now basing on the last 3 examples, you can solve number 3 of exercise 1.3. There is no difficulty, and we will now move towards some theoretical part. To clarify it again with writing that if the decimal expansion of the rational number is terminating or non-terminating, recurring, then it will be a rational number. And if the decimal number expansion is non-terminating, non-recurring, then it is irrational. I hope you are now very clear with it. A number I have written here. Now tell me whether it will be rational or irrational. From the pattern it is obvious that there is no repeating number. Numbers are written randomly, so it is a non-terminating and non-recurring number, decimal expansion. So it will be obviously irrational. Again, we have already studied that root 2 and pi are also irrational. Root 2 is irrational and pi is also irrational. The value of root 2 is 1.414 and it is 3.1416 like this. It goes on infinitely if we divide, and if we find out the value of root 2 through division method, it will go to infinity digits. So it is an irrational number, so as pi is. The value of pi is derived several times. The Greek mathematician Archimedes found it to be 3.1416, and some other mathematicians found it to be 3.1428. Through computer's algorithm, the value of pi has been found out up to around 1 lakh places. You can refer to your textbook for better clarification. And pi has been always a topic of discussion always. And we know that we consider the value of pi as 22 by 7. But this is not the exact value of pi. This is an approximation that we take. It is actually a rational number that we take in the place of pi for better calculation. So pi and root 2 both are irrational number. Now let us solve another example from the textbook. Example 10, we need to solve that we have given that find a rational number between 1 by 7 and 2 upon 7. So to find such a rational number that lies between 1 upon 7 and 2 upon 7, we need to divide or find the decimal expansion of the first rational number. Divide 1 by 7. So you will get something like 142857, something like this. So 1 by 7 or 1 upon 7 is 142857, and similarly 2 upon 7 will be 2 into 1 by 7, that is 2 into 0.142857, and it will be 2 upon 7 is this, 1 upon 7 is this. So we need to find an irrational number between these two. Actually this repeats. So it will be, there will be a bar over the decimal numbers, and there are infinite numbers between these two non-terminating reoccurring numbers. So any one we can write as one of them is 0.152837. It may go on. You can write 1 point. We need to write between 1, 4 and 2, 8. focus on first two digits 16297831, or you can write 17932356, or anything you can write. So it is very easy. And now you are assigned with exercise 1.3. Solve it, and if you find any doubt, then ask me over the comment or through WhatsApp.